Good afternoon, Fin fans, and welcome back to another episode of AT Fins News. So, in this episode, we're going to be going over the latest news coming out of the Miami Dolphins organization following their wrap up of their first week of OTA'S. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it, shall we? So, the first thing that I wanted to bring to the Dolphins community and the Dolphin fan base is Mike McDaniel. I mean, he's been the talk of the town since he got the Miami Dolphins head coaching job. All the people that he has interacted with over the years or has coached with over the years speak nothing but positives with this guy. He cannot do no wrong. He's considered an offensive guru, an offensive genius. People can have their doubts on him. I know certain people in the fan base want to say, well, he's never called plays before. Throughout a full game, I know he's had some play calling duties on the 49ers, but he wasn't doing it week in and week out, right? But still, everyone that has worked with him and all his friends, everyone in the NFL speaks nothing but praises for this man. So I was really interested to see once the players got together in OTAs what the players would actually be saying about Mike McDaniel. And I know it's all going to be sugar coated. They're players, but I just wanted to see what a growing theme with the collective group of players was going to be about our new head coach, about what his philosophy is, how he interacts with players. Because at the end of the day, in the NFL, it's people that can coach growing men. These aren't kids that they're trying to coach. They have to be a leader of men to be a successful NFL head coach. And I just wanted to see how his interactions were going to play with the team. And I mean, so far he's been passing with flying colors, right? I mean, if you guys have been paying attention to all the media availability with all of our players, and not just new players coming in, not old players or just players that are coming back to this team. Like, for example, Nick Needham, we re-signed him, we tendered him, and even though he's a defensive player, he came out and said what his biggest strength is. And from what a lot of these players, like a Nick Needham, Jerome Baker, Liam Eichenberg, Sony Michel, Jalen Waddle, they've all came out and said this one theme that's pretty common throughout the players in the organization since they've interacted with Mike McDaniel. And that is, it doesn't matter that he's an offensive guru, an offensive minded coach. They know that that's where his focus will be, because he's going to be a first-time play caller and he doesn't want to mess anything up. He wants to be at his highest availability and to all the offensive players, just so they can get this playbook down as fast as possible so they can get into the season and they don't have any hiccups before they get the ball rolling, right? But what these defensive players say also, even though he's like that, he always makes sure to go up to the defensive guys, interact with them, make it personal, get to know each player. And Nick Needham and Jerome Baker said it's that, I mean, some coaches do that, but not a lot of coaches, since they've been in the Miami Dolphins organization, have actually came and shown a vested interest in their personal life and just how to get better day by day professionally as well. So, I mean, in my eyes, that's a great sign for Mike McDaniel. They also say he's just trying to bring the team completely together to have the best possible chemistry they can. And when's the last time we've heard our beat reporters come out and say that about our head coach? I mean, I know Brian Flores was a good coach. I don't take anything away from him. He was a great defensive mind, but he didn't have that camaraderie with the offense. And to see that Mike McDaniel is actually, even though he's an offensive guy, going to the defensive players, getting personal with them, showing them film how they can get better at their position day in and day out. I mean, that's the best of both worlds. It's going to make your entire team, not just one side of the ball, play for you or run through a brick wall for you. And that's what a coach needs to do to build his culture. And I think Mike McDaniel has done that just in the short time he's been here. He knows what his strengths are. He knows what his weaknesses are. And he's going to surround himself with the best overall group of people to help him be successful as a new head coach in this league. And I can only hope that's what he's doing, but just seeing how what the players are saying about him, I don't see how he cannot be successful in this league. Even Sony Michel came out and said the exact same thing Nick Needham did, and Sony Michel just got here, said he's big on camaraderie. He's big on taking the group of players out to eat together just to get to know each other on a personal level, not just in the locker room. And that's a great sign. If anyone's ever been in team sports, building that camaraderie is only going to make your team thrive and in tough situations be able to overcome it. If you don't have that camaraderie when things get tough, I mean, people are just going to give up on you, and that's not what we want this team to become. And I think that's why Mike McDaniel is doing what he's doing at such an early stage in his career, and all I can do is applaud that, guys. So enough with Mike McDaniel. What I really want to talk about right now is, and I know people are going to say it's an overreaction, but I do want to talk about Tua. If you guys seen any of my prior videos, even last year when we were doing like the previews and the reactions to our weeks in the NFL, and when we were struggling and when we played the Titans, I reacted about Tua's performance. But ever since OTAs have started, there's been nothing but positive things coming out of the Miami Dolphins. Not only Tua Tagovailoa, but also our offense in general. If you've seen, guys, if you've noticed, there's high-quality defensive starters on our team going to Chris Greer and saying they cannot believe how evolved this offense has become in this short amount of time. And that's only going to help Tua this year. If he can master this playbook and he can get a good grasp of it this year, the sky's the limit for him. And we all know as Dolphin fans, it's Tua's third year on this team, and it's probably his last year if he doesn't ball out and proves he's our franchise quarterback. I'm not going to say he's our franchise quarterback yet on this channel, but what I will say is I like what I'm seeing in not only the videos they're showing of him getting the ball out of his hands with the rush coming. I know, guys, they're just in shorts and t-shirts. Wait till they get the pads on. Wait till there's a true rush coming at them. But what I would say to those people that are telling me that, when is the last time we've heard out of OTAs from our beat reporters that Tua's arm strength is looking way stronger than it has ever looked in OTAs before? His deep ball looks like the best deep ball on this team. We've never heard these reports coming about Tua out of OTAs ever. The first year Tua got here, they were talking about how Ryan Fitzpatrick was leap years ahead of Tua as far as reading the defense and such. Not Tua's deep ball looks great, right? The second year, his second OTAs, there wasn't beat reporters coming out of OTAs saying, oh man, his arm looks incredibly stronger than it did the previous year. Or, man, you know what? He's throwing the best deep ball than any other Miami Dolphins quarterback has so far in OTAs. We've never heard this coming out from our beat reporters from the organization. So, I mean, I'm just happy about that. That must mean, even though it is just shorts and t-shirts, must have made a visibly big improvement in his game for people to actually be showing and talking about this, coming out and saying, man, Tua actually looks good. His arm is significantly stronger. He can zip those passes through the seam or up the middle or crossing routes that they're going to run. Man, when he throws that deep ball, it's a beautiful thing. He's hitting players in stride. We've never heard this, guy. So in my eyes, that must mean Tua has improved. It doesn't matter if we need to wait for shoulder pads and helmets. I get that. I get all that because you never know when there's a rush coming in your face how a quarterback's going to handle that pressure. But for me to say I like what I'm seeing, I like what I'm hearing, that's not a far stretch for me to think that Tua's greatly improved from the offseason. I mean, I think this is year 3 for him. It is the third year coming off that major injury. I mean, maybe this is going to be the healthiest he's going to be, so you're seeing those Alabama traits from Tua come back finally because he's feeling fully confident in that hip, fully confident in that ankle that he had surgery in college. Maybe this is the year we're going to see Tua take that next step forward and lead this team to the playoffs and at least win a game in the playoffs. Because if you ask me, if Tua can lead this team to the playoffs, get us one win in the playoffs, and I'm not talking about riding the defense to the playoffs and winning again. I'm talking about Tua being a helpful part in us winning games and getting to the playoffs and winning a game. he has to be our franchise quarterback. I mean, what are we going to do? Get rid of him and then get who? If he was a vital part in helping us get to the playoffs, and it all starts right now in OTAs. So all I'm telling you guys, we should be optimistic. Hearing what we're hearing from not only players about our new head coach, about how he's adapting to be a first-time play caller, a first-time head coach, and then hearing the positivity we're hearing from Tua right now about Tua. The last couple years, all we've been hearing is there's certain defensive players saying that they're getting their career wasted if this is what they're doing with Tua. And now for other defensive starters now coming out saying that, man, Tua zipped to his balls, got invisibly better and stronger since last year. Man, his deep ball's looking way nicer than it's ever have. The beat reporters coming out and saying how impressive Tua looks, not only physically, but how he's handling throwing seam routes or throwing crossing routes over the middle, or his deep ball looking pretty. We've never heard that, guys. So all we can do is sit back, relax. Just hopefully these positive things keep happening. Tua gains the confidence that he can do it day in and day out, and it becomes consistent. Because that's all we need. We need Tua to be consistent. We need that Tua Arizona Cardinal game for 13 games out of the year, not once every blue moon. If he can get that consistency, and it starts in OTAs and then mini camps and then preseason, we have the sky's the limit for not only Tua, but this Dolphins team this year, guys. So all I got to say, guys, is it's time to get excited. I know the season is so far away, but we're going to keep making videos of different things just to get us ready and hyped up for the season, and I can't wait, man. This is the most hyped up I think I've been in the last 20 years of being a Dolphins fan. We've gone through so much hard times, guys. If you've been through it all 20-plus years, not the new fans, but those guys that have had 20-plus starting quarterbacks. We've had heartache after heartache, not knowing when we're going to get out. But there's finally light at the end of the tunnel, guys, I'm telling you. And it all starts right now. And all I got to say is I like what I'm hearing about the new head coach, Mike McDaniel. And I definitely love what I'm hearing about Tua. And I hope they can just keep it up and grow from it, grow from this, and just get better day by day. And we should have no reason not to believe that this team can be a playoff team. But other than that, guys, I was just going to make a quick video for you guys, just going over the latest news we're hearing. And it's all positives, nothing negative, which is a great thing for Dolphin fans, right? Because, I mean, we've been through so many negative things or distractions like last year. Last OTAs, we weren't even talking about the players. We were talking about players that we wanted to acquire from different teams. So it's finally good to hear this positive energy coming out of the Miami Dolphins organization. But other than that, guys, I'm going to be heading out. I'll probably be back either Monday or Tuesday. We'll go over some more OTA notes and seeing where we're going to be having joints at practice with come closer to preseason time, because I know there's going to be a couple. I think the Bucks and the Eagles are one of them, but I'll take a look at that and give you guys all that information. But other than that, guys, I just got to thank each and every one of you all to helping grow this channel organically. I mean, we're gaining subscribers by the day, so just thank you guys for that. I hope that we can just keep doing that. If you're new to the channel today, if you can hit that subscribe button so we can help build this thing organically, and make sure you hit that like button, guys. But other than that, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I love you guys. Fins up. I'm out. Peace.